What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show. It is Friday, TGIF, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. 15 games on the DraftKings main slate. We must be coming closer to the All-Star break as they jam in every game possible here. And we hit every number one starter, I think. Tarek Skubal, Paul Skeens, Joe Ryan, Logan Webb, Carlos Rodon, Ranger Suarez is like 1A on that team. Obviously, Zach Wheeler's number one guy there. Senga's returning. We have Chase Burns at home against Colorado at just $7,500. There's a infinite amount of pitching, infinite amount of hitters. There's 30 teams on this slate. So we will do our best to efficiently work our way through each position. But I think we're going to spend like a half an hour on pitching here. There's just
it's a lot.
There's just a lot to talk about. So let's waste no time. Skubal is $12K. He is the highest price pitcher by $1,500 over Skeens.
Yeah.
On a 15 game slate. Are you spending the extra $1,500 on Tarek Skubal?
I mean, I won't tell you not to, because he has gone for at least 35 fantasy points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. I guarantee you can't say that about any other pitcher in the league. 35 fantasy points or more 5 times this year.
Yeah, probably unlikely.
So I think just by default you can play him, but obviously handy. I mean, he's getting through 7 innings and at 93 pitches.
Yeah.
There's just not. He has 14 walks this year. Did you know that? He has
but that's an insane stat.
He has 14 walks. He's made 18 starts.
Yeah.
That's less than 1 walk per start. It's just, so if you want to play him, guess what? It's not a bad idea. He's good.
Seattle, obviously a team, strikeout rates on the climb again, 8th highest versus left-handed pitching, nearly 25%. Again, doesn't necessarily matter. When you're facing Tarek Skubal, he is good and elite against literally everybody. But you have Skeens and Joe Ryan opposite of each other. We know the problem with Paul Skeens hasn't been his ability to pitch well. It's to win baseball games. He's 4-7 with a 1.94 ERA. Had he won more games, he might be on the same level of Skubal here. He's got 2 29 fantasy point games and a 27 fantasy points games just on the screen, in which he didn't win any of those starts. So you give him the extra points, he might get you there. He has a 30 fantasy point game with the win before that. 30, 29, 29, 3-game stretch. He only won one, including he actually lost one of those games where he went 8 innings with 1 earned. So no arguments playing Paul Skeens. We've pitched against Minnesota lately. They definitely strike out. Joe Ryan on the other side, maybe one of his last starts as a Minnesota Twin. He's on the trade block. He's obviously been really good.
It's weird to me. There's reports that teams are shopping for Joe Ryan, but there isn't actually a report that he's on the block.
Okay.
It's been reported because he's under he has some sick contract.
He has 2 years of arbitration left because he was only a 7th round.
Yeah. So
he wasn't this he's not an unrestricted free agent until he's 32 years old.
He's going, and that's why I think there hasn't been this official thing from Minnesota. One, because the American League is still pretty open, a lot of the second half of the wild card, and 2, it's kind of hard to want to trade a pitcher this good with that.
It depends what the haul is, right?
Yes, it depends on the haul for sure. But there has not been the official at least on the Minnesota side, because I do know there's obviously been the reports that teams are sniffing around if Joe Ryan's available.
Yeah, for sure. So either way, you have Skeens versus Ryan in that game. You have Logan Webb against the Dodgers team, whose offense is
cratered.
they haven't been great. They're always certainly live, but they haven't been great. And now they get Logan Webb. Carlos Rodon gets the Cubs. I understand, again, a Cubs team certainly dangerous, but Carlos Rodon, really, really good pitcher. We talked about on the Thursday slate, Padres versus lefties. They got Eduardo Rodriguez tonight as we're recording. Ranger Suarez has been unbelievable, So again, I think there's a path to playing all of the pitchers we just mentioned.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about Skeens.
Okay.
Not because of quality of pitcher. He's obviously elite.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that 78, 88, 78 pitches.
Fair.
He threw 78 pitches in a game. He had 5 scoreless, 10 strikeouts, and they said, "No, we're good.
Yep.
We're good here." That's the concern. That and maybe it's like we're winding down to the beginning of the, like, right before the break, right? And we want to preserve him for the second half. Like, whatever the case is, there's something going on where we're not. And the Milwaukee start was a tough one. Like, he was just labored through it.
Yeah.
But then again, like 88 innings, maybe they just didn't want him to start the 6th at 88 pitches. But what's the excuse for the next start? That's a little bit concerning. So, like, if you get to Skeens and he isn't limited, then obviously it's a great play. But if he's limited at 10-5 on a 15-game slate,
yeah, that's true.
Like, you have to build like pretty perfectly. I would almost rather, I feel more comfortable pitching Joe Ryan. On the other side, Pittsburgh is not a good offense, as you've alluded to, and we've alluded to, like, all year long. They're quite terrible. So 10K gets deep into games. Strikeouts are great. I'd play Joe Ryan. You mentioned the Dodgers are struggling, lost 6 straight going into the day off. Logan Webb is an ace. We've talked about it all year long. The evolution of Logan Webb has gone from, like, good pitcher who gets a lot of ground ball outs to great pitcher who gets a lot of ground ball outs to great pitcher that now strikes a lot of people out. And he has 133 strikeouts in 120 innings. Great ballpark to pitch in. Absolutely no problem getting to some Logan Webb. Carlos Rodon, coming off a bad start against the Mets, and the Mets weren't hitting lefties. There's always the thing with Rodon that when he is not allowing home runs, he's virtually unhittable. But when he allows home runs, it's dicey. He allows 6 earned and 2 home runs in that Mets game, which is obviously not what you want to see. There's a ceiling, but obviously the Cubs do hit a lot of home runs. Ranger Suarez is a super elite pitcher that what is the
Again, I said he's 1B. He's pitching as well as Wheeler is for the most, right? Like,
it's just Wheeler is the evolved strikeout pitcher.
7. Like, dude,
it's crazy. And nowhere and nothing. Just allowing nothing. Like, there's not a thing, dude. So yeah, like, he's great. And then the second one's interesting because anytime it's like not an arm, I'm typically like suspect pitchers to get a little extended, right? Like, he threw 68 pitches in his final rehab. That's a pretty good indication that he's not going to be, like, too limited, except he's just has been pretty oft injured throughout his
random injuries too, right?
Random injuries.
So it's his first start before the All-Star break. Like, there's a good chance that they just let him go 80 pitches and call it a day. Now, 80 pitches versus the Royals right now, he could go out there and still go 6 innings. That's not out of the realm of possibility here. So
yes, for sure.
9K for him. I'd rather spend $200 more, probably play Ranger Suarez at this point. If I knew he was good for 100 pitches, I'd definitely consider Kodai a bit more.
Agreed.
8K tier, Luis Castillo, Holmes, Quinn Priester, Liberatore. You've highlighted a few times Atlanta's numbers against lefties have been bad. I don't know if that makes Liberatore any more appealing to you. Quinn Priester's pitched well. Holmes flashed strikeouts again last time out. The only problem with Castillo is just he's up against, Skubal on the other side. So can't really go there.
Yeah, that's literally the one concern with Castillo. I mean, the concern is that he
gives up home runs.
Where are the strikeouts for Luis Castillo? I mean, they're just
getting all old, the way man.
Gone. Yeah. And he's terrible on the road again. So, Grant Holmes strikes a lot of people out. St. Louis hasn't really struck out. I like your Priester call. If he can keep the ball on the ground, Washington has been pretty bad against against righties in recent times. I don't hate it. Liberatore, I don't hate as well. Atlanta has struggled there, but ultimately everyone's just going to go to Gavin Williams.
It's Gavin Williams or Chase Burns, right?
Or Chase Burns. Those two are going to be extremely popular options. Gavin Williams has probably the depth on his side, right? Like depth of start is probably on the...
Yeah, I think Burns could go deeper had he been more efficient with some of his outings, which is obviously just kind of what's holding him back.
Yeah, especially the Philly one. I mean, and that's kind of the concern in general with high strikeout guys, right? Because he had 4 walks, and if you have 11 combined strikeouts and walks, like you're just throwing a boatload of pitches.
Yeah,
like you're just throwing a lot of pitches, right? So, yeah, I mean, what do you prefer? I guess like Burns is cheaper and gets a slightly better matchup, but like Williams more. And he has probably more win equity attached to his name, right, than Gavin Williams does. Who do you prefer, Burns or Williams?
I mean, I think Burns has the highest strikeout. I mean, we just saw Brian Bayo strike out 10.
It's fair. And throw a complete game.
When his strikeout prop was 4.5, right? So, like, weren't expecting strikeouts out of Bayo, got all of the strikeouts out of Bayo. Burns' strikeout prop could be 7.5 in this game. But Gavin Williams, no knock on him again. His projected numbers are this matchup: White Sox, 9th highest strikeout rate in baseball versus right-handed pitching, 218 average, 116 ISO, and a 280 WOBA for the year. He's coming off his best start to face plays Detroit, blanked them with 8 Ks, 1 hitter. I mean, we've talked a lot that Gavin Williams was a prospect, a top-ranked prospect, came up. He never was fully living up to what his minor league numbers were. Granted, he's only been in the league for a year and a half, and now we're finally getting more glimpses of the pitcher I think he can be, in certain spots. So I like them both. I think Gavin Williams and Chase Burns are elite. Dude, Ryan Nelson has been unbelievable lately. Now he draws an Angels matchup where his strikeouts ceiling's going to be higher, right? Like, there's just a lot to talk about here.
Yeah, he will clearly be the third fiddle of the 3 in ownership, right? Like he'll clearly be third.
Yeah, probably. I think of that grouping.
Yeah.
Dean Kramer's been better of late. Last start, notwithstanding versus Atlanta, he had a nice little 3-game stretch. Not necessarily interested in that. The Boyle Rasmussen thing's interesting because if they're just going to go Rasmussen for 2, and then you get Joe Boyle in this game, guy went for 24 fantasy points, against Minnesota as the bulk reliever. Still live for the win. If you remember, when he made that first start, we talked about his A's stats. Like, dude, this guy had like a 13 walks per 9.
Yeah, the walks were just.
But then he fixed that problem at the minor league level. And he was lights out with the strikeouts, and he's been lights out with the strikeouts, and the walks haven't been an issue in his 2 appearances. There's obviously a negative connotation when it comes to opener, long relievers sometimes in DFS, but that's because sometimes there's like a bit of like ambiguity when it comes to it.
Yes.
This dude threw 95 pitches, and we know Rasmussen is limited. So, Taj Bradley was pitched really well in this game against Boston tonight for a stretch. Joe Boyle comes out there and starts blowing doors again, I would at least give him a consideration.
Yeah, Taj Bradley threw 6 innings of 1-run baseball. The bullpen blew it for him. Newly acquired Brian Baker was traded today. Wasn't he traded today?
I think so.
Was that this morning?
Yeah.
Isn't that? I feel like that was this morning. Well,
he pitched. Was he just on the team?
Yeah, he sucked. He got traded for this morning and gave up all the runs. Good debut.
Not great. Yeah. So
I don't mind. I don't mind the Boyle thing. I don't
think anyone's gonna play Boyle because they're gonna see the PLR next to him and they're just like, I'll play Burns, or something like that instead. But Boyle's been unbelievable in his 2 starts there.
You know who's also been really good?
Edward Cabrera.
I know it's a really tough spot, but
I mean, dude, he's also now a name being floated in trade.
He should. This is someone acquires this guy, he'll start in the postseason.
Probably.
He'd start for a playoff team probably in a playoff game.
27 years old. Feels like he thought he was younger, honestly, if you had asked me his age.
If Edward Cabrera went to like the Cubs, isn't he your like game 3 starter in a playoff series?
He's not an unrestricted free agent until after the 2029 season.
Yeah, Marlins can get a lot. Marlins can get so much for him.
And he's been obviously really good. Facing Milwaukee, I don't know. Facing Minnesota has been a trend of pitchers who have pitched really well lately.
Yeah, it has. But Milwaukee, dude, Milwaukee's been awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I saw the thing. They have the best run differential in baseball over the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm. No arguments here. What do we do? I mean, under 7K, and I'm not going to pitch later. Shane Smith against Cleveland. McCullers, we've given opportunities to, but Texas.
He was great against the Dodgers, but I don't know how trustworthy it is.
Yeah, still walks a lot of guys.
Still walks a lot.
Hunter Dobbins off the IL. It's probably it. Not going to pitch anybody else here, so
it's probably it.
And honestly, I don't think we're pitching anybody under probably Cabrera.
Right? I don't think we even really need to, right? I mean, the Burns is cheap enough. I'm not saying I would fade everyone on the top, but this is another slate you could probably get away with the Gavin Williams Burns pairing.
Yeah,
probably.
I would say so. Again, if you're not spending up like that, those would be the 2 matchups. White Sox and Rockies, the target. High strikeout plays.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, 15 games, there's plenty of top hitters to spend up on. So we'll see what the ownership ends up looking like here. Catcher, again, every team's on the slate. So
every
catcher's here. We'll figure out the starting lineups and we'll figure out the value, I guess. But obviously you have Severino in the place he hates the most. So
hates it.
All of Toronto, I guess, would be an interesting spot.
Yeah, I have no issues getting to all things Toronto. Alejandro Kirk starts with Alejandro Kirk for sure.
Yeah, for sure. McCann gets a lefty and Anderson.
Yep. I think Wells gets a day off. Yankees are being no hit through 7 innings. I don't know if
I saw that. Brian Woo's out there just dominating.
Yeah, absolutely dominating. He walked the first. Definitely not Spencer Strider. He walked the first 2 batters of the game, Brian Woo, and then there hasn't been anyone on base since. Just mowing people down. I think Wells gets a day off. He got hit with a foul ball and had to get looked by a trainer and stuff. Feels like a Rice or JC Escara day behind the plate. So I would usually suggest anything that breathes against Chris Flexen, but I don't think Wells plays.
All right. You have Salvi versus returning Senga. Salvi's been on a little bit of a power surge lately.
He has been. Big time.
Augustin Ramirez against Kremer, $3,600. I'd play anything of Houston versus Leiter. We've harped on the Leiter numbers.
Same.
So Carantini probably would be the spot there.
Yep.
Anything else for you?
I mean, we'll see who's in the lineup. Like if Darno or the whatever Angels catchers in the lineup, they've both been good. Luis Torrens has been fine at 2,500. Patrick Bailey had the funniest walk-off home run of all
Yeah.
time.
You hit the brick, man, and that
It
thing just,
did. It did. But like the way that he thought he had hit a home run, like he thought he got it to where it was like leaving.
Yeah.
And then he almost had like an oh crap, I have to run moment. And then it made it to left field by the time it was picked up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we've been punting with him a lot. Justin May. So
first base position, again, I don't want to be repetitive too much here, but Toronto is certainly going to be our stack. We'll just mention a lot of, and honestly, on the flip side of that, again, Max Scherzer going into Sacramento, the guy can't feel his thumb.
He can't feel, dude. How is he still going to pitch? How
I don't know.
He literally didn't. Again, the report was like he had no feeling in his thumb, right?
No feeling. He has no feeling in his hands. He's trying to pitch with no grip. So like Kurtz feels good here again. Let's see. I would still go Aranda just because I'm kind of a sucker for him. He's a great player.
Yeah.
Dobbins is off the IL. Torkelson, you mentioned Castillo not getting anybody out, giving up home runs. I don't mind Torque.
Yep.
Chris Flexen just pitching in baseball makes you want to play the Yankees.
Dude, Chris Flexen pitching, unbelievable.
Yeah, Chris, just seeing the name Chris Flexen on a slate in 2025 makes you want to play the Yankees. So
that is so like just seeing Chris Flexen is like the fact that he's showing up on a slate is crazy.
He's showing up on a 15-game slate,
dude. More of a reason for the Cubs to go get Edward Cabrera. No, like holy cow, you got Chris Flexen pitching in the year of 2025.
That's what we're choosing to do here. Spencer Steer's been really good lately. Again, get him home versus Marquez. Let's see. We talked about Carantini already.
Am I back?
Did you lag out? You're here now.
Back.
Did you hear me say that? Did you hear the Spencer Steer comment?
I heard you say Spencer Steer. And then I froze. But he has been awesome. He homered again, huh?
Yeah.
All he does.
He's been good lately. You get the Reds back at home versus German Marquez.
Yeah.
All makes sense. So you can play Carantini, Manzardo, Walker's back in the lineup for Houston. Again, Leiter's numbers are just not good. That might be it at first.
No. Don't. Not so fast, my friend. Our boy, Andrew Vaughn, 2,300.
It's Mitchell freaking Parker.
Dude, he's so bad.
That guy's bad.
Dude, Andrew Vaughn is so back. He couldn't be happier. He's in the middle of a division race from the White Sox. You know what happened? Aaron Savale asked for a trade. Aaron Savale got sent to the White Sox. You know what Andrew Vaughn did? He put his head down. He went to work, John. He went to work at AAA.
He's in AAA.
He sat by his bedside and prayed every day that he would get traded. And you know what? Now
Reese Hopkins gets hurt, and
he's 2 games out of a division race. And you know what? He's new life for Andrew Vaughn here, $2,300.
Yeah, I agree, dude. If you're gonna play Scooble, there's your $2,300. Honestly, like a legit option because Parker is just so bad. Also,
update: Brian Woo's no hitter has ended.
Okay.
On a Jazz Hism is what I was about to call him.
Okay.
Jazz Chisholm base hit, followed by a Ben Rice base hit.
Oh.
So not only does he now have no longer have a no hitter, he now has a
potentially no shutout either.
Yeah, first and third for the Yankees in the bottom of the 8th. So just wanted to update there. No hitter for Brian Woo.
Red Sox just won again.
They did. They were winning a lot.
Everybody said they needed to beat a real team. Well, they came back and beat the Rays.
They did.
All right, second base.
You said that on the show this morning.
A lot of It's been a lot of talk around town. People aren't impressed by beating the Nationals and the Rockies in sweeps. You got to go beat a divisional team.
Beating the Rays is a very good win.
Yeah, 50-43. They're like, I think the division leader right now.
No, Toronto's up by 2 games on the Yankees.
Yeah. All right. Ketel Marte gets a lefty at $5,800. Jazz Chisholm gets Chris Flexen at 55. I can't even say without laughing.
If you laughed.
Yeah, it's just a reflex seeing Chris Flexen on there.
It's a reflexin.
Yeah, reflexing. Jazz Chisholm, home run derby contender now. So.
Honestly, it's going to be fun. This is going to be a crazy fun derby.
So yeah, those guys. Where's Bryce at? What's Bryce's Bryce on the slate? Do you think DraftKings has Bryce on the slate?
No,
they don't. They'll add him.
They will in fact add him. Yes.
We'll see if Bryce Matthews makes his debut or not. But
I'd assume he does. But like you said, we'll see.
We'll see what position they give him to. All right. I didn't really want to talk about Altuve. I just wanted to see if Matthews was going to be on the slate.
I know. You saw Altuve's name and it was a spark.
Yeah, it was a spark. Exactly. Matt McClain, stolen bases, powers there. His batting average still kind of stinks, but he's going to hit second. He's in Cincinnati against Marquez. You're going to have interest.
Yes, for sure.
Let's see. Where do you go next? Xavier Edwards, maybe?
Where would I go next? Cole Keith has been freaking awesome, dude. Awesome. Flat out awesome. Yes, and then the Mets guys, we could play all of them, say it every slate, but Michael Wacha, really bad peripheral numbers. Can definitely play any of those dudes. Can't wait. If Davis Schneider's in the lineup, John, we'd probably give Davis Schneider a look at $3,100. Max Mayer will be in the lineup with the piggyback stuff going on there.
Go back to Martinez. That game got rained out tonight. Thanks, weatherman there. Just
he did. He gave it. He gave the update on his Twitter.
Yeah.
Cody Clemens gets Skeens. No thanks.
They called up Luis Angel again. So
yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I wonder if he was the double header call up because
that's fair. Yeah.
He was like the taxi guy.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. All right, that's probably it at second base until we get some lineups here. Third base, Jose Ramirez is good. You can play Jazz. Eugenio gets a lefty at 52. Caminero, hey, somebody on this show called a Caminero home run during the live stream.
Cutter through the cutter. First pitch over the monster. Not the game.
Walker Buehler pitched relatively-ish okay-ish. Not great, but like better
he
than
He gave up home runs. He gave up the righties. Gave him up to the righties. Ha-Seong Kim and Junior Caminero.
Yep. I think both of those guys were in our example lineup that we posted.
They sure were.
So hopefully.
Well, we also had Logan Allen.
Well, hopefully you guys made that adjustment. How are we supposed to know? They weren't supposed to get postponed. All right. What else do we want here? Devers is down to 45. What a fall. Barger's probably the lock and load, right?
Yeah, Barger is great. Yeah. And you have the opportunity to go Barger and outfield too. Like so like the flexibility is going to be, his ownership is going to be through the roof.
Yeah, that's such a great spot for
Paredes. Dude, Paredes 4K is crazy. No,
at home versus Jack Leiter,
he just kills righties. That's a misprice. No,
I think so. I think you know what they're gonna what DraftKings end up doing though. They're gonna give us Bryce Matthews third base only eligibility. Like, come on, I got to play like a $2,300 Bryce Matthews or Isaac. I'll still probably just play Paredes, but
Paredes at 4. I mean, dude, that's like 500
Jack Leiter numbers again. It feels like it's been a little bit since we've seen him on a slate.
It kind of feels crazy, dude.
Dude, his expected ERA is over 5. Let's see splits. I think we talked about this, right? Like the batting average numbers for Leiter are and the WOBAs, yeah. So like first lefties, Jack Leiter 180 average, 250 WOBA, 280 slugging against left-handed hitters.
It's all the expected stuff that.
But it's all the expected stuff that I think you pulled up that suggested like danger.
Yeah, let's get it.
He's got a 450 xFIP versus lefties at all those numbers. So like,
all right, do you want to hear it? I got it all pulled up here for us.
Let's rip.
Okay, so lefties, John, as you mentioned, good numbers, surface level. 101 ISO allowed. You're like, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can I interest you in 100 points higher expected ISO?
Expected ISO.
It's a 200 expected ISO. It's a 254 WOBA, John. Pretty good. Pretty like dominant, right? 254
Good for a pitcher,
WOBA.
yeah. Bad for a hitter, yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm not using it. How can I interest you in 80 points higher at a 334 expected WOBA against lefties? Let's go to the right side, shall we? 170 ISO. Not great.
Not great, no.
221 expected ISO, really bad. Worse. 355 WOBA, not great.
Not great.
378 expected WOBA,
Worse.
Also not great. There's a lot of really bad underlying stuff for Jack Leiter. Like, as much as we want to comment on him being like the pitching prospect,
I think there's talent there
for sure, but he can't throw strikes.
Not yet. Not yet. He's flashing like Michael Lorenzen lefty splits right now.
He is flat. Yes. With like, but the Michael Lorenzen, Michael Lorenzen has like been just like good against them for years. Where we're looking at later, like, this is not good. It's probably not going to work out long term.
So he's already struggling against righties as it is.
Right.
Houston's going to throw a bunch of righties at him. And the numbers were actually worse than they lead on. So
almost exclusively righties.
Yeah. So I think Paredes is a really good play if you're not going to Barger, which you mentioned. You play Barger in the outfield, which will help. Cole Keith can play here as well. He's been, again, really, really good. All of Toronto's in place. If you wanted to play Ernie, even though he's got like a sub 100 ISO versus righties, like, can still get it done. Yeah. Your boy Muncie's there.
It's a good spot for Muncie for a home run.
What's Padres doing here? They have an opener in Cruz. What's their long man?
Are we sure Cruz is an opener?
Isn't that what it says? Or did I read that wrong? Oh, never mind. I thought it said opener next.
I think Cruz is I think he is a pitcher.
Okay, well, he threw 70 pitches in April. So
no, for sure. I'm just saying. I think they're going to go with a. I think they're going to just go like pitcher. So we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't. We can look up the Omar Cruz. Let's see, Omar Cruz. He is 26 years old. And in AAA, John, he is stretched out.
Okay. Well,
79 and 81 pitches in his last two outings for AAA. So looks as if, bunch of strikeouts in those games. I'm not going there. I'm just saying.
I was just saying because Edmundo Sosa's here at $3,300, and he is our good numbers versus lefties.
That is true, and he is. If we're gonna get a stretched out version, I'm with you. Okay. I like it.
Let's see, Durbin versus lefty. You've highlighted that a bunch of times. $3,200.
Good little player, and emphasis on little.
Milwaukee sneaky stack maybe.
They're good. They're just good. That's a good team.
Mauricio's you've highlighted. Anything else?
Nah, that's probably it.
Every shortstop's on the slate.
Yeah, well, yep, that's
accurate. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys over 5K.
The best one is Ellie De La Cruz.
Matchup wise.
If I remember correctly, Ryan Nelson has been a serial reverse splits guy. So I would go Neto if you think that continues.
Let's see what the recent dude. He was obviously
he's been great.
That first start obviously kind of blew up some of his numbers. He's been really good. I think
he has been really good.
His last couple of starts, his FIPS 16098.
Sheesh.
Yeah, the last two starts.
Shout out Ryan Nelson. You've always been
dude. I picked him up last year in the second half, and I drafted him in a lot of best ball this year, thinking he was gonna have a back end rotation spot, and he didn't. And I was like, this sucks. But now I'm getting all the points, so we're back. Bichette at 48. If you want to get past that group, Seager's 46. Gunner's too cheap. I get we like Cabrera, but Gunner's way too cheap.
He had a great day in the doubleheader. Sure. Pinch hit home run in game 1, and then 3 hits and a double in game 2. Big Big day for Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah, I like Gunnar at 45. Perdomo hit the grand slam last night.
Story has no chance because Joe Boyle's pitching in
Joe
this
Boyle's
game.
going to throw 99. Yeah, 0 shot. As I said, he actually Story off the bullpen guy.
I watched him hit a pop-up to like the first baseman off Taj Bradley and like his second at bat, and I was like, he has no chance.
No shot. Absolutely no shot.
He has no chance.
Anybody, if any MLB scout watches our show specifically, then they'll know not to throw a fastball. I throw only fastballs to Trevor Story. Don't give him any credit. Let's see. I mean, Volpe isn't bad, but it's flexing.
No.
All right. Fine.
No.
All right, fine. You win. Otto Lopez, $3,300.
He's kind of been bad too. It's sad, but hit a bunch of hard contact that's just not going his way.
Joey Ortiz gets Mitchell Parker at 26.
Joey Ortiz? He hasn't had hits in a few games. He slowed down off that like random weird RBI stretch.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Could be something.
Could be something. I agree.
Right, let's go to outfield where there's literally a billion players. There's 90 starters in the player pool.
There's actually
30 teams, 3 outfielders.
Not an exaggeration. And honestly, that was low. I'll take the over. Marcelo Zuna. You can't factor
a bunch of DHs. Yeah, a bunch of DHs.
Ohtani
doesn't even play the outfield.
Ohtani doesn't play. Dude, there's at least I'll go like 95. Get like 95 outfielders on tomorrow slate.
Probably over 100 guys between DHs.
Yeah, could be 100. Could be 100 guys.
Eligibility players. So, pick your favorite.
Like if Bellinger plays first base tomorrow, but he's like outfield only, it's like all right.
Aaron Judge gets Chris Flexen though.
He's good.
That feels like we're after multiple 5% days of Aaron Judge. I don't foresee a 5% Aaron Judge in this match.
What do we got for Flexen here?
When was the last time he pitched in the major league? Did he pitch this year?
He's pitched all year. Yeah, he's pitched all year. So hold on. Don't look. Have you looked at Chris Flexen's numbers?
He had to have been out of the bullpen. I don't remember him starting a single game.
Did you look at his numbers yet?
No.
Okay, take a guess at his ERA.
I don't.
Just take a guess.
My assumption is that you're saying this because he's been really good. So
just take a guess.
2.
Lower.
1.
Lower.
Does he have no earned runs?
He has an 0.83 ERA.
Okay.
He has pitched in 32 innings this year
across
17 games.
Strikeout rate. He has a 13% strikeout rate.
He does have a 13% strikeout rate.
What is he doing? What is he doing to get that?
What do we got for some batted ball stuff, John?
That's 17 games, 32 pitches, so he's pitching multiple innings. He's a 4.6 K per 9.
What do we got for some of the expected stuff for Chris Flexen? Because as you said, he has 17 strikeouts in 32 innings. He did go 3 2/3 in his last outing.
Okay.
He was the bulk reliever. He was so I don't know who opened the game, but he was the bulk guy.
Yeah.
So I guess that's worth monitoring. The Cubs could just turn to a bulk guy and then turn to a opener and then go Chris Flexen as the bulk guy. It doesn't change a lot in that equation. Just saying that Chris Flexen could not be he threw 64 pitches. That was the most by a mile.
His xFIP's 455 for an 0.83.
Yeah, so that's what I was asking. So Sierra xFIP in the mid 4s.
Yeah,
suggests obvious regression.
Which is the Chris Flexen we know.
Which is the Chris Flexen we know. It's the more he pitches, the worse it will be.
The worse it's going to get. He has a 95% left on base percentage.
Yeah, the more he pitches, the worse it will get. And he threw 64 pitches in that game. And here's the problem, especially facing the Yankees. He had in this Cardinals outing 3 2/3. Of his 10 batted ball outs, he had 7 fly ball outs. That's just not going to work against the Yankees. Like it's not going to work. I know it. Like in theory, that's what I said when Brian Wu pitched, but like the caliber of pitching between Brian Wu and Chris Flexen is like pretty drastic. So
his average fastball velo is 92.
that's like he used to throw faster than that, I think. Like I want to say it used to be faster, like not too long ago.
No, not really.
No? Okay.
As a starter, he was throwing 91.
Okay.
So he amped it up a little bit as a reliever.
Okay.
But everything else is bad. Doesn't strike anybody out. Doesn't get any swing and misses.
Okay.
He's got a 17% whiff rate, 5 percentile.
17% whiff rate. Jesus.
Yeah, they're just putting everything in play, and he's just getting lucky. So
okay,
I don't take back anything I said.
No, I don't either. I'm not. That wasn't me like saying you should take anything back. I was just saying I was just shocked by the Chris Flexen numbers more than anything else.
I mean, dude, half this page is guys over 5K. So like,
yeah,
Rooker, get the A's Toronto stack, Springer, Rooker, that whole crew. I really like Milwaukee. I'd play Yelich versus Parker. I'm not scared of that.
And Chorio homered against lefty the other day.
Yeah.
Last time he homered, I think it was against lefty. He looks like he's getting a little bit in a groove here.
Sure. Cincinnati, Austin Hayes is 47. Again, play all the A's guys. All the Mets play Barger here. If you're not a believer in McCullers, like you can do like a Carter, Langford, Seager stack there. Roman Anthony's just good. If you just wanted to play Boston, they won again.
Just good at baseball.
Just know that Joe Boyle, know that Rasmussen's been really good, and then that Joe Boyle's been really good. So
yeah, it's a tough duo. It's definitely a tough duo. Cedon, another like monster game, 2 hits, 2 RBI, stolen base. Just
they gave him a day off, and he came back and just picked it right back up.
Boston Radio, I don't want to not play anymore, is what he's saying.
Boston Radio is losing their mind about Rafael not being in the lineup yesterday. It's like, dude, just give him a day off. It's fine.
It's Colorado. At least, honestly, best time to do it. It was Colorado.
Yeah, Dominguez leading off 4,100 against Flexen. Great.
Love it.
Stowers 4K versus Kremer. Yep. Cam Smith 4K against Leiter, dude. We just talked righties, dude.
Shout out.
Cam Smith 4K is the new Cam Smith 3K.
It's the new. Yeah, Cam Smith 4K is. Yeah, the new Cam Smith 3K.
Dude, I mean, it's not to the same level, but it was like that 3 months we had Corbin Carroll, $3,400
rookie year, best player in the league, and they were like, "Hey, we don't feel like moving his price."
Just left him there.
Lourdes,
Lourdes gets the lefty.
Castellanos
gets a lefty. Yeah, that's fair. Let's see.
Ozuna,
Lucas,
out of the ballpark.
Lucas,
dude, they're going to lead the guy off. Look at this
lefty, dude.
He's been consistent. He's been really consistent.
Where are they finding these guys? That's what I want to know.
It has been a very good year for the Blue Jays.
Yeah. Which is hilarious because arguably their best player has had a down year.
Yes, their best player has been Alejandro Kirk, right? Like overall,
as probably Springer, maybe Barger for like depending when you want to start the calendar, right? Like
Vladdy's the most important player.
Yeah, but dude, they're winning games with him really having a down year,
and it's like down because he's still hitting like 290.
Yeah, no power. That's just
the power. Everything says there should be power. He just hits too many ground balls.
Yeah.
I take it back. Vladdy's at 276. Yeah, I mean it's been a down year.
They're winning the AL East.
They're winning the AL East.
Their best hitter
hitting 270
to the level that they expected him to hit.
We just got to Stanton. He homered tonight.
Okay,
he's homered now in 2 of 3.
I'm in.
And Flexen.
I'm in. Sold.
Flexen is. Yeah, I wasn't trying to like really sell you because I knew I could just say like, "Hey, the Yankees just called up." Hey, did you know Bob Costas is playing baseball now? He's playing for the Yankees. You'd be like, "All right."
Yeah, they're giving. Yeah, exactly. Quick shout on the lefties for Miami with Jesus Sanchez and Stowers and all their switch hitters that will hit left-handed.
Yep.
Kramer versus lefties. 295
Yes.
average, 498 slug, 350 WOBA, 1.5 homers per 9. Just a 17% strikeout rate there. So he's much better. 298 WOBA to righties, but lefties are the problem there. So Sanchez, Stowers, Xavier Edwards will hit from the left side. Noted switch hitter.
Yep. Noted. Very
noted.
noted.
Noted switch hitter.
Isaac Collins and Yoshida both at 3-3.
Yeah, Yoshida's fine. Was Yoshida in the lineup tonight? I missed if he was.
No, he didn't play.
Okay, that's how they managed to fit Willier and everybody in the lineup.
Yeah, and I think you'll probably see like at least for early on, right? Like for Yoshida, like on off days with him coming back. I don't know how you're gonna play everyone. I have no idea how you're supposed to play everyone.
You have 3 left-handed outfielders, so
there's no. It's just
4. You have 4 left-handed guys that play the outfield. So Duran, Anthony, Willier, Yoshida's a can, but is a DH. I don't get it. They're talking that Ceddanne Rafaela might become like a permanent infielder, which is the worst.
Just because they need, if they don't trade Duran.
Yeah, like that Rafaela might just move to second base, which would be the least valuable defensive spot for him.
Dude, you played Story there. He played when he first got to Boston.
Story doesn't want to play second. He wants to play short.
Team guy Trevor Story doesn't want to play a different position. Don't tell Breslow. Don't tell Breslow that.
I'm saying, well, first of all, he would love to trade Trevor Story's contract. Don't tempt him with a good time.
That's true.
I mean, Story might move, but they just haven't asked him, obviously. But Bregman's coming back. You have
I know. That's true. Oh my god, dude.
Bregman's might play tomorrow. They said,
yeah, it's true. I forgot. They said on the weekend, right?
Play the weekend.
Yeah.
They've talked that they might send Marcelo Meyer to AAA just so he can play every day.
Well, there's no chance that he's going to play ever if Bregman's back.
There's 0. Yes, correct. Well, that's unless he played second. That would be the thing. They move Meyer to second base, and Meyer is your everyday second baseman. And you just say thank you, David Hamilton. Your time here was valuable. We no longer need your services. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
I mean, it's just
they need to trade, and they were talking about it. Not to turn this into a Red Sox show, that the Red Sox
we spend too much time doing this, Sean. Don't forget.
They're de-leveraged on the trade market because teams know they have to trade somebody.
Oh no.
So, anyways, Yoshida 3K is there. Where do you go next?
Aaron Judge or Smith, the pitch of a lifetime to tie the game.
Oh, missed the pitch. Got it. I thought someone got hurt or traded.
Sorry.
That gasp.
Oh, man. It was, Andres Munoz has a sub-1 ERA and doesn't make bad pitches very often. And Aaron Judge doesn't miss. Sorry,
Randall Grichuk's 3K as well. Cags, maybe? Last time we saw Cags, he had a 460-foot homer.
He did. Do we have a lefty on the mound? Because that's the only way I'll play.
For now, but maybe shortened.
I mean, he has homered. He has homered in back-to-back games for what it's worth.
I mean, dude, we thought Nick Kurtz was going to get demoted because he wasn't showing the power, and then you just got to give these guys some time.
Just get Cam Smith, Nick Kurtz. The list goes on, right?
Wish Matt Shaw would figure it out, but that's fine.
That one. That
would have been cool.
They sent him down. They ruined it.
Yeah, that's fair.
They didn't give him the chance.
Let's see. I got nothing else. Is there any other value plays you want?
I am looking because we have endless amounts of players.
I'm sure somebody here will be starting.
I'm sure somebody here will crack a lineup. I agree.
All right, let's figure out a core somehow with 30 games here on the site. So.
30 games. That would be a lot of teams.
30
that would be more games than I am ready for.
They're giving you some AAA squads as well.
That would be an insane time. I think Chase Burns has to be in the equation here.
Like, I'm very comfortable doing this. And
I am too, depending on what we want to do offensively, because we may or may not need it, right? Barger
at third,
felt
or do we want Caminero at third? Or not Caminero,
Paredes.
at third.
I mean, Barger felt super safe, right? Like that felt lock and load.
I mean, if we did Scooble with Burns, Paredes and Barger, that gives us 3,700-ish up there. We did have a couple of 3K outfielders, obviously, that we were at least mentioning. Where wasn't Yoshida 3K?
Yoshida's 33.
33. Collins.
Him and Collins were both 33, yeah. Well, we haven't picked a catcher yet. That's obviously a position of...
I mean, at this point, we might as well just do Bailey.
Patrick Bailey.
Yeah, Destin May kind of stinks-ish.
He has been a very...
I mean, that's how we get it done, right?
Average pitcher. They're gonna hit Andrew Vaughn right in the middle of the lineup too.
Right. That's how you get that to work. Now you have $4,300 for a second short and outfielder. What if we did? Let's just play. Let's just see. 3,600. Burns, Scooble, Bailey, Vaughn, Paredes, Barger, Judge.
Holy cow!
And there's other value we talked about. There's a value you can play value at second. There's guys down here. Edmundo Sosa's 33, Schneider's 31, Myers 31, Martinez is 3K against Shane Smith. There's men down here that you could throw in a lineup.
Yeah, I like it.
All right, we'll do this for now for the preview, and then we'll give you the full lineup in the Discord. Of course, we'll be back here live at 5 p.m. So if you want the updated lineup, come check out the live show at 5 p.m. and then get in the Discord for that there. Sometimes we get criticized for the preview show lineup. It's like, this is our first look. This is our first take.
We are not breaking down literally anything.
I'm not beholden to the preview show lineup.
No.
It is just the idea of a lineup that we are putting together.
And like when we're doing this, you see us go through the stats a little bit. That's what the live stream is for, like the deep dive. And that's when we will adjust accordingly. So yeah, I love this.
Cool. All right. That's what we got. Again, we'll be back live at 5 p.m. 15 games. Get in the Discord. Leave a comment in the comment section if you guys have any questions all day on some lineups. We'll be here to help you out. Until then, though, we'll see you later.